Patreon.com/1GramArmy. It did it again. There's something going on in the studio where we're literally just losing our own audio, and I cannot explain it.
This is the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Silly Talk. Ministry of
Silly Talk.
This is the Ministry. This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk.
This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk.
Thank you for listening to my daddy's secret podcast. And remember, his head is full of doo-doo, so don't listen to anything he says.
That's very funny.
And we're back. Not that we don't ever talk about behind the scenes stuff, but what's this? The fourth time we've tried?
That's the fourth time we run this music.
We've started the podcast today, so we really appreciate everybody being here, despite the technical issues that you aren't even privy to.
Yeah.
This just seems like it just started.
Yeah,
and we
it
know
just
what we're
happened,
doing.
so you're being patient with us, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if we appreciate it, even if you don't know it. But so, yeah, if it seems like I'm speed running the intro, it's because we recorded it several times.
Yeah.
Surely there was something there.
Something got we introed.
We do. We have it somewhere. Even if it's a ridiculous edit, there will be
Something.
an intro. That was
Don't pray for me.
that was challenging. Yeah. It was not the best. It was not the best way to start, but as usual, we're professionals. We're out here. We're gonna bring it to you. Here at the Morning Zoo, we tried this earlier too. Remember that? That felt like it was hours ago, and it was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, whatever. Let's just do this because this will buy us a little time and roll us right into this segment that I have all these segment intros, and we're always looking at stuff on the internet. And I don't ever play this segment intro, but I love this segment intro.
It's a good one.
Fucking internet. Internet.
Fucking internet.
Fucking internet. Internet. Fucking internet. Internet. Fucking internet. Internet. Fucking internet. Internet.
That's right. Welcome to the internet, where everything is.
Life.
Yeah. All
Life,
things
all things
are on the internet. I did want to start with maybe this. This is an interesting video. I have no context. This is not a judgmental thing. I just thought this was a fun internet video.
Little Caesars. I've been.
Yeah,
recently.
Who hasn't been? And there's some sort of he's got a pop there, an orange crush. She's got a cookie from somewhere else. Let's check. He's just describing what he's eating. You may notice something about his description of what he's eating. I'll let you take a look.
Got my pecan cheese, macaroni and cheese, soy water, cooking, 2 hot salt, put in my pickle, OG food.
Huh? What?
Got my pecan.
It's macaroni and cheese. I think
There is no macaroni and cheese though.
What? That's what he said.
Cheese, macaroni and cheese.
What are you talking about? We just said there was macaroni and cheese. But that's a pepperoni pizza. What's the next item?
Okay.
Soy water.
Soda water, maybe?
So water?
Some water?
Okay.
He may have said some water. Not water.
Not at all.
That's an orange crush.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got here?
Cooking.
Cookie.
You got that right.
He nailed cookie.
Yeah.
He nailed cookie.
2 hot salt, put
2 hot salt.
in my pickle, OG food.
Oh, Jeep food.
Yeah, I mean.
There's food. One more time. The macaroni and cheese thing threw me off.
Yeah, it really does.
It leads me to believe that possibly this is one of those videos, like, because you see that sometimes on the internet where there'll be a video and the audio is from something else.
Oh, because he doesn't say pizza at all or
Yeah, except
cookie.
pretty sure it would be the most well-timed video of that sort
Got
ever.
my pecan cheese, macaroni and cheese, soy water, cooking, 2 hot salt.
That's an accurate count of what's over there?
Okay, but is the person whose hand we're seeing listening to the original audio after they've gone to the little C's? Or is this the...
I think this is a if I was guessing, some original ass audio.
OG.
Yeah, this is a very original audio.
Put in my picket. OG food.
Old Jeep food.
And look, hey, hit him like that. With
this too. Yeah. This is the
got
audio.
my pack of cheese, macaroni and cheese. Soy water. Cooking.
Say what?
2 hot salt. Put in my picket. OG food.
And to be perfectly honest, I shouldn't eat something like this, but if it was all hot,
I'm getting it in.
I'm tearing that up.
Yeah.
We've been trying to start this podcast now for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's Sunday evening. I'm starving to death, and actually watching that guy's video, I was much less apt to make fun of how that wasn't macaroni and cheese, because if he rolled in here right now and was like, it's a macaroni and cheese, I'd be like, yes, it is.
Mac and cheese.
It's macaroni and cheese.
Oh, and I'll take some of that soy white too.
Yeah, so white cookie, a little bit of hot salt. OG food.
Hits it with the Vanna White with the
food. The presentation, I went, I can't. Yeah. What do you want from me? I'm just fucking waiting on the bus. Okay.
Why are you sitting on the ground?
Waiting on the bus. Okay, this video, I have no way to make sense of this, and I feel like I've been watching for years. It's possible you've seen this video before, but do you remember there was like a movie? It wasn't Stuart Little or something. It was The Mouse and the Motorcycle. And there was a video when we were like in elementary school. They show it to us, and the mouse would have to like make noise to make the motorcycle. He would have to be like,
yeah.
This is a sort of really weird real life version of that.
Okay.
You okay? What's wrong?
It's my knee.
Did you come from the hospital?
Yeah, but I had to go pick up my moped.
Oh no.
They did an x-ray my knee, but I probably should go back and have an x-ray of it.
What's wrong with your face?
I face planted.
You need to go back to the hospital.
I gotta tell my dad this is his exit up here. 26. You tell him he's the guy behind me. Oh, okay. I gotta go.
What in the world is that? Like, what in the world is happening? She said, "What's wrong with your face?" Like,
she said I face planted. That granny's gnarly too, because she's like, yeah, I had to go pick up my moped. I can't be in the
in these
hospital.
streets. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Can't be in the hospital. I mean, she clearly was in the hospital. She's wearing a hospital gown and does the thing.
And she's what, 70? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah. When she pulls up though. Probably because she has a lot of pain going on.
No,
there.
she's hurting. Yeah,
it's something to be said too that these people at least saw her and were like,
"Are you
hey,
okay? Yeah,
go to the hospital."
You okay? What's wrong?
It's my knee.
Did you come from the hospital?
Yeah, but I had to go pick up my moped.
duh.
They did an x-ray my knee.
Yeah, I'm out here doing gnarly gangster biker shit.
Yeah,
You can't just...
I face planted, but I needed my moped.
Yeah, I need my moped back.
But I probably
I don't need a helmet after the face plant.
What's
No.
wrong
I
with
need the
your
moped.
face?
I face planted.
You need to go back to the hospital.
I gotta tell my dad this is his exit up here. 26. You tell him he's the guy behind me.
He's the guy behind me.
Her dad?
I guess. her dad, by the way,
is old as what? I mean, she's probably 38 and just had a rough life.
I was gonna say, like, maybe it was a really bad accident.
Yeah, she really face planted.
It turned me into a 70-year-old
zombie.
Yeah, just like. But I think that is what's happening in that video when she very first pulls up, though, is that, like, she's realizing she's going to have to put her knee down. Like, she's going to have to use her feet to stop. Yeah.
I
don't know why.
And then she had to push off of it to go, though. So that's why she really cranks up to leave as well.
Hey, look, man, some older people, this happens.
Hey, life happens.
And to her credit, she is like X-gaming it out there. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I take nothing from her. She's like, yeah, I was in the hospital, but I go get my moped.
Yeah, I got bad knees. I got a neck brace on. My face has been destroyed.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow my dad's still alive and he's behind me. Will you tell him it's his exit?
Yeah, that seems to me to possibly be byproduct of having, face planted on your moped.
Okay, here's the thing.
All right.
Someone that's even close to that age, female, whose main transportation is a moped.
Yeah.
Probably not making the best decisions up until
and
the
including,
face planting.
Yeah, up until
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just to be in a situation where you have to go get your moped after you've obviously had a rough accident on said moped, that you're going home on it, you're riding home on it. You had a rough one.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're like
one more time on that. Hold on. Because they're sitting there, because they can hear it before the phone hears it.
Oh, they pulled the phone out because,
Yeah.
This may be the second red light that's happening.
You know who she's doing better than is my girl who went to Baker Square to get a waffle, and that's why I was hoping you'd vamp until I can find it. But for some reason, I thought that was readily available. Though I do at times consider deleting the old woman who went to Baker Square to get a waffle.
Why?
It's really sad, and
but it's far enough away though. It's not like too soon situation. Like she's been dead for so long that we can make fun of that.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to get these people together. Was that because for some reason that lady, like you said, it's like she has committed to being up and moving around and doing moped stuff.
Yeah.
She's on some biker. She's embracing the outlaw lifestyle,
The culture.
And then sometimes you could be that age, and this is your future.
It's me, sis. I just wanted to tell you, I walked over to get supper myself tonight. I couldn't get anybody to go. And I really felt terrible about it, but at least I did it. I went over here to Baker.
If you don't know what this is, I'll bring in really quick. This was a voicemail that was left on an answering machine that I had in my basement attached to the internet line in like 1998. It was a woman who made a wrong call, and at that time, anybody had a tape cassette player, so I took the cassette tape out of my answering machine
and played it with your friends,
and we listened
in
to
the cars,
it. In cars, in houses. Copies were made, talking to the microphone.
Everywhere you were listening to it.
Yeah, and many other people were, and dubs were made, and it was difficult. Now that I'm older, I listen to it. I'm like, not as funny.
Well, you're just so much more ruthless as a teenager anyway. The stuff you think's funny and you're not really into the feelings.
Had this lady left a wrong message. Why?
I got a waffle because they serve at 11 o'clock.
Her voice is funny.
And I called everybody I know. Nobody wanted to go. So just say a prayer for me. I love you, and I'm so glad
Don't you pray for me.
Don't pray for me.
Don't you pray for me. What?
And give up on me. So there's one beautiful person at the receptionist, just Saturday and Sunday, and she's so nice. But I walked over there. I called Flo, and she said she was waiting for an important message, and nobody wanted to walk over. I'm not inviting Renee because she was so terrible.
Now this is the politics, though, of why nobody wants to go. to Baker Square with you.
Of course, here we go.
Told me to shut up 3 times a day. And I didn't say anything she didn't want to hear. Wasn't anything nasty.
You sure about that?
She told you 3 separate times to shut up.
Yeah, and you weren't saying anything she didn't want to hear?
So what were you saying?
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't anything nasty. And you know who knows about it? Flo.
Flo knows it.
I've heard this a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not making it up.
Well, if Flo says you're not making it up.
Hey, if Flo can back you up, then it's true.
Yep.
Anyhow, I love you. I'm glad you got your machine. Stay well. Bye-bye.
Yeah, she's glad you got your machine, Graham.
Yeah. Person she called probably intentionally didn't have an answering, or at one point had an answering machine, and they were like, you know what, sis,
this is my new number.
I don't have an answering machine anymore.
Hey, Graham, it's Casey.
Nope, sorry, these are old idiots in high school. And
It's me, sis.
yeah, whoever her sister was may have at one point been like,
It's a 7, not a 9.
yeah. I don't even have an answering machine. Call this number.
It's me, sis. Glad you got the machine.
I guess that is a thing that you could take with you, though. It's not ideal, but it's dark. But like that woman was like that lonely and really like uncared for and everything. And I've figured out geographically where she was before. But the reality is that she did, in that point in her life, bring a lot of joy to, I don't know, a couple hundred teenagers.
Hundreds of teens in the greater Chicago area, dude.
Eventually heard that.
And
you know what I mean?
You said we have a regular listener who's from the Middle East or something.
Yeah.
So
no, it's been around the world.
It's touched the world at this point,
Although, shout out to BB, because I played that on a stream one time during COVID when I would just hang out with like we were all scared and we were all hanging out and doing live streams. And then one night I thought it would be funny to play that, and nobody thought it was funny. She was like, that poor woman.
Oh, no.
Oh, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to argue with you.
No, you're not wrong.
Your assessment of that is probably correct. But I was playing on the stream, and I saw her come in the chat like, oh, that poor woman.
Well, this would be kind of weird, but I think we have a tendency, right, to see people as they're old people and feel sorry for whatever.
Yeah.
She may, and I don't want to put this on her, she may have been the worst.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You know what I mean? She may have been the most annoying sister and wife, mother, whatever you want to say. Like,
dude, old people are just people
that
got old.
Sympathetic.
They got old, and but it is entirely possible.
And you soften so much as you age. A lot of people, anyway.
Generally,
in their I know myself, and like with your attitudes and thoughts about things, It's,
well, you ever seen those it's less frequent now, but especially like 10 years ago, every now and then, like the international court would like some old Nazi would get like yoinked up out of Argentina or something, and then be in court like, I went to Baker Square and got a waffle. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, no one would come to Baker Square. Like, wait a second.
Yeah, nobody want to go to Baker Square with you, you son of a bitch.
Just because it's not 1947 doesn't not mean you're the devil.
Yeah, because you were jacked back then and a horrible human being. Yeah, no, it would drown you in a toilet.
Piece of shit.
And I don't know that that's what's wrong with that lady. I don't know. I'm just saying.
What?
Older people are older people.
But we could try to find out.
And probably her reaction would be like that. Oh, that poor old woman is probably
the vibe
more normal than how I looked at it.
The vibe I get from that is kind of like Tony Walnut or Polly Walnuts in Sopranos, where nobody wants to hang out with his mom at the nursing home.
Yep.
And he's like trying to figure out why.
Well, except for that, like she's like him, because when he goes to take her to the nursing home, he's like, "Hey, what's going on here? When I was a kid, you all were all old. Now I'm old, and you're still old." And they're all like,
yeah.
God, that's the best TV show in the world.
It is.
No one has ever, like, every performance and every line is so specifically
necessary and
there.
great.
And it is so funny. Oh my God, that show's funny. I have so many fucking Sopranos. drops in here.
I can't find pussy anywhere.
Oh, for you.
Then you, me, my daughter, we make the big success journey.
Stupid fucking game.
All right, well, we could go to the break here. I thought I had something else, but the old lady thing took it from me because it was.
That worked. I thought it was good.
But it has been something I've really been ham-fisting into every creative endeavor I've ever made because at the time it felt so
Epic and great.
It was just so, like, and some people listened to it and got like great, hipsters and stuff, or the early larva of hipsters. This was before there were hipsters, but a lot of those kids would like listen to it and be like, man, like the, just like the endless loneliness of life and all of that, and then like some people would just listen to it and be like, bah!
yeah, what it's intended for. Yeah. Listen to what you intended them to do. And then some people really want to make it some kind of
Or
trope,
I just wanted everybody to have their own reaction, because I would change too sometimes. Sometimes I'd be like, I don't want to listen to that tape right now.
Depends on who you're with and what's going on.
We just all thought it was funny because she was like, "Me, the got a waffle," and it's just like a funny voice.
Well, in a way, she's like, they open at 11, and the girl down there is real pretty. Yeah, just like a wall.
Beautiful person. Hey, Renee, she told me to shut up 3 times today.
I couldn't imagine.
Why would someone?
And then she goes, and I didn't even say anything she wouldn't want to hear. Like, okay, so you've been saying shit you didn't want to hear before.
Right.
She shut it down, and this time you even...
Previously, you've been guilty of saying things she didn't want to hear.
You're out of bounds and egregious as well.
But today, somehow, that's not the case.
3 times she hit you with a shut
Why
up?
don't you go back to Baker Square and get yourself a waffle? When we come back, it's employee training time.
Nice.
And that roast was sure tender and tasty. Where did you get it? Is that the one you got at Publix today?
Yes. Joe picked it out for me. Said it was the best one he had.
Joe?
Hey, all right. I like that. Hey now.
Hey.
Their hands all look weird as hell. Whoa.
Oh, wait. Something out there. Well, those are older versions of...
awesome, I think.
I've got something very new and special that I really like for you.
Is it your sweater?
It's a video about satisfying the customer. Called doing whatever.
Do not.
Don't besmirch that sweater right now.
What does Michael Jordan...
To be fair, too, that was literally the most famous and wealthiest athlete in the world. That was the sweater he had. And that sweater probably...
Oh, that cost more than my truck, but it's still nice.
And also, inspired by, Bill Cosby made Coogee. And
about satisfying the customer.
Got it on. Satisfying the customer.
Well, let me
like
tell
Bill
you,
Cosby.
when I step onto the basketball court, those 18,000 screaming people aren't just fans. They are my customers. They want to see more than just a basketball game. They expect to see a show. No matter what kind of day I've had, when I put on that uniform, my customers expect behind-the-back passes, long three-pointers, or great slam dunks.
They sure do.
It's my job to deliver it, and I love it. When you put on your McDonald's uniform...
That correlation, right? Dude, that transition from... I'm doing NBA things for my customers too. When you put on that McDonald's uniform, you better be ready to perform.
I'm the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah. And you need to get those fries out.
Yeah.
Stat.
You better be the Michael Jordan of French fries. McDonald's was like, you better be the Michael Jordan of French fries. Here's Michael Jordan.
Here's Michael Jordan.
Your customers want more than just quick service with a smile. They expect to be treated as a guest in your home. And if you hadn't had the greatest of days.
Also, my man is having a lot of trouble speaking loudly enough for it to...
He's very expressive with his face.
Yeah.
It's up to you to put on a show and do whatever it takes to satisfy your customer. The video you're about to see will
That fall off at the end, though... No, I'm not going to talk bad about him.
show you the difference between good
He
service
reads
and
fine.
great personalized service we all must give our customers.
He reads fine.
And it will take you behind the
Doing
scenes to
great.
show you how your video is actually made. So let's see what it means to satisfy your customers by doing whatever it takes.
Doing every text. Oh, whatever it takes. Sorry. Nobody loves Michael
Is
Jordan
that
more
the
than me.
Dunderskeet? With
Yeah,
you?
nobody loves me. 30 Thieves of the Dunder Chief, boy.
Get it in.
This also is one of the most insanely well produced.
I was about to say, they
training
produced the hell out
videos
of this,
ever.
didn't they?
It's a employee training video in an employee training video. They're showing you the behind the scenes
isn't it?
of
Yeah, I just
making
thought about that.
the
Yeah.
employee training video.
And they're at a real restaurant.
No, this is crazy.
Tape's rolling. Everybody set? Slate, please.
Take one.
Dolly. And action.
Thank you. Come again. Hi, how can I help you?
Whoa, cut. Hold it.
What's going on with your teeth?
Excuse me. Jim. Come on, that's the wrong line. Help me out here. You're supposed to say, hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please? That's the way you always say it.
Oh, Dave, sorry, but that's my fault.
Uh-oh.
Well, I was
Your
talking to
sweatshirt.
Jim a little bit earlier, and he said that he was feeling really stiff having to say, welcome to McDonald's, over and over again.
So he's really excited to do it? He said he was feeling stiff. Right.
No, yeah.
So I told him what we tell our people all the time.
That was a wiener joke.
Say what feels natural, but say it with a warm, sincere smile. I thought it was great.
Well, you're the real manager here, Barb. You should know. I'm just not used to letting the actors change the lines.
Oh, I understand, believe me. I used to be the same way when it came to letting the crew people think for themselves.
Say, everybody take a quick break, okay? What do you mean?
We didn't used to allow
we have
that
our
kind
operations
of
and training
thing
there.
here.
Not here at
It's kind of
McDonald's.
like your script. It tells us how to do things the right way at McDonald's. Well, I used to insist that all of my team do everything strictly by the book. I mean, everything from the way they greeted the customer to how they took the order and so on. Well, I started to notice that everybody seemed a little stiff. I mean, really inflexible in the way they were serving the customers. And the customers weren't particularly
They're really stiff and inflexible serving the customers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
responsive either. So, I decided that I really needed to call a meeting. I needed to talk about this. Right, Lisa? You were part of the team, man.
Well, yeah. We kicked it around and everybody agreed. We just didn't feel natural constantly repeating the same thing.
So kind of like fuck yourself.
So we decided to lighten up a little, like ad-lib a bit when we were serving people. And it worked.
It really did. People's personalities started to show through. I mean, they really started to have fun.
That's an old penitentiary trick.
And the customers, they really enjoyed being treated like individuals,
That
too.
goes.
You know, that really makes sense. It's like, well,
It
I
just
know that
never
actors
ends for
sometimes
me.
need
That's
to
valid.
ad-lib a line or two. It makes their performances more natural.
For God's sake.
But I just don't want to violate any
I love
McDonald's
to try to
operating
slide that in
procedures.
anywhere.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. Our procedures are mostly in the
That was fine.
areas of work routines and methods. And those have been developed throughout the years to make us work more efficiently. But when it comes
This
to
is
how
so
we treat our
like
customers,
inconsistently
what we wanna
volumed.
impress
I don't know how it's going to sound in the back
our
end. I'm just
service.
trying to like turn
And
it up.
we can't do that if we come on like robots, right?
Well, sure. Okay, let's try that scene again. And this time, everybody loosen up a little bit.
What'd you say about coming
Okay?
on robots?
Places, everyone.
Take two.
Okay, everybody. The
That's
entire
very
scene
funny.
now. Dolly, and action.
Thank you. Come again. Hi, how you doing? May I take your order?
Yes, how about a fillet of fish,
I've never seen a
French
McDonald's
fries, and
uniform with a
small
tie.
Coke, please.
Will that be a large fry, sir?
Yes, please.
You probably did and don't remember. It
Oh, yeah, I
probably
guess.
was a time where that was, and I'm almost certain there's
Quite early
probably,
80s maybe, or
yeah.
like early 90s, I mean.
Late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
into the 90s, surely. Fools were wearing ties.
For here?
Yes, for here.
All right. Your total comes to $319. I'll be right back with the order.
Thank you.
And cut. All right. Look good to me.
And cut. See, that's what, and we're clear.
How about you, Barbara?
It's looking better.
Better.
Well, it still seems a little stiff to me.
Yeah.
No, I like the opening, and then it starts to get a little formal.
I bet it does.
Now, maybe could your customer be a little more normal?
Normal?
Yeah, maybe a little less polite.
Oh, okay,
A
okay.
little more rude.
Mr. Customer, this time.
Yes, it's true.
And
This man has
action.
no dick.
Thank you. Come again. Hi. What can I get for you today?
Yeah, I want a fillet of fish, French fries, and a small Coke, and nothing else, okay?
Well, will that be for here to go?
Oh, no.
Oh, hey, calm down,
When
player.
a customer comes on strong like that, we've really got to handle him with kid gloves. People like that are almost always looking for a fight.
That's true.
Like they say, turn the other cheek. Now, the next time this guy comes in, he could be one of your nicest customers if you treat him right today.
You're right.
Makes sense. Got that, Jim? Let's try it again.
Let's try it again.
And action.
Thank you. Come again. Hi. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'd like a fillet of fish, a small Coke, and a fry, and nothing else.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
All right. Your total comes to $278. I'll be right back with the order.
And cut. Great. Well, what did you think?
That was a lot better. You know, sometimes it takes that little
That
bit
price
extra
was
to avoid
a-
confrontation.
$278 for a whole meal, guy.
But it's worth it.
Okay.
We experienced
let's set up
that
for the next
in this
scene.
century. Bah. Are we going back to Mike?
The action
No.
here is, Jim, you're
I
taking...
think probably Michael Jordan.
Oh, he's done.
He's done it, what he was going to do. And to be
No,
fair,
he might make an appearance at the very,
end, at the very end.
The reward for watching the videos is to see Mike one
to
last
see him
time.
one more time. Reading a photo card. What?
And I feel like someone told him, be real expressive with your face.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't really want to be here.
Yeah, but whatever.
I have been up all night, and it was time to.
I've been gambling for weeks. It's the off season. I've been in Las Vegas.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
This lady's order. And you're going to ask a special favor of Jim, and that's just the way I want it to
Excuse
sound.
me. I'd like to ask you
You're
a few
almost
questions.
too okay? All right, background people, keep that energy up.
Go with it.
Roll tape.
Look at Jim get himself ready.
There we go.
Slam.
Take one.
This dude was born just too early to be Giancarlo's character in Breaking Bad, because that is Gus Fring in the flesh.
Right there, yeah.
He would have murdered that.
And action.
Oh, you think he's older than Gus?
Hello.
Where real life?
Today?
Well, I'd like a medium Coke and a Big
Yes.
Mac for here,
No,
please.
I don't think so.
Would you like a medium fry?
Maybe
with
the
that?
same
No, not
age-ish.
really. But I don't suppose it's
could do.
possible
Yeah,
for them
because
to put
that's
a
true
slice
too.
of
Because
tomato on
That guy would've-
Giancarlo Esposito was in Do the Right Thing and a bunch of
Yeah,
other stuff.
and he's
before
been
that.
in a,
He's in the jail cell in the greatest comedy film of all time.
He is.
I forgot about that.
I've waited on him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Mac, is it?
Yes, ma'am. It certainly is possible. It'll take just a moment. Is that okay?
Of course.
Great. That comes to $253. I got your Coke. Thanks. We'll get your Coke now. You can find a seat, and we'll bring your Big Mac out to you.
Thank you.
And cut. Barbara, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Now, I understand the scene, but are you sure you want to show that in the video?
Well, Dave, I hear you.
So
Well, you know,
audio
that's what
is
this
so
whole video is all about.
inconsistently.
When we say doing whatever it takes, that's what we mean. We want each customer to leave thinking, hey, McDonald's did something special just for me.
That's great.
Never felt that way before.
That's an old penitentiary trick.
Really?
I couldn't find
I
it.
don't know how you do it. I mean, you've got to remember all of your lines and remember your actions and still smile.
Hey, from what you've told me and from what I've read in this script, our work is a lot alike. I mean...
Oh, no. That's awesome.
Now, the only difference is my audience is the camera and the director.
What else are we doing here?
And if I don't get my lines exactly right, I can do them over and over until the director yells, cut. That's a keeper. And then I feel as if I've done a good performance. But you only get one shot with each of your customers.
Wow. I guess I never thought about it like that.
Or what?
Or they don't come back to McDonald's.
Yeah, what do you
thing.
mean you get one shot? Like you can probably see another McDonald's out the window from your McDonald's.
Yeah, well, and how many people have not gone back? How many people have been at McDonald's, had an awful experience,
and then never
took forever,
went back?
Food sucked, got the wrong food, maybe got cursed out, and didn't go back to McDonald's? It doesn't happen.
Everybody
goes back to McDonald's.
Yeah, that's right. You know why? Because it's
McDonald's.
All controlled by the white
Of
majority
course.
in America.
But you're right. I mean, I've got to do all those things right the first time. Oh, and it's a great feeling when customers look pleased and say thank you. I figure if they smile at me and thank me, I've done a great job. And even if they don't, I know I gave it my best.
I do want to interject here, and I think from this point forward, we have to look at it as if you were
the employee,
a teenager,
in
the time, right?
Okay,
you're going, and this is the employee training video you're seeing. First of all, they showed you Michael Jordan,
and you're a teenager in 1992.
Yeah,
you're stoked.
Yeah. And then this is a highly produced. These people are not phoning this in.
No, this is really, they're getting after it.
And they were paid probably quite well to participate in this.
Yeah, because they got lots of
These
lines.
are people with SAG cards and credits.
Yeah,
almost certainly.
Hey, places, everyone. We're going to rehearse the lobby scene.
Great,
Even
thanks.
that girl. Not that girl. She's
Okay,
from
Gene,
Poland.
you're the customer. I want you to set your tray down and take a seat. And
a
then
VD
Just
break.
that
She sits
one.
down
Just taking
with-
a VD break.
Just that one lady. I'm like, yeah, no, that lady sucks.
Then while you're talking,
Literally.
this gentleman at the next table, right, folds up his newspaper, gets up, and leaves. This way. Right.
Just cab
Then you
driver.
go over and clean off the table. Get the tray, right?
Dude, that architecture and setup is so very specific too. Like you saw that everywhere.
Every
had
single
that.
place. And those stupid fake flowers, the booster seats for the kids.
And to be fair, if you lived in that era, that thing with all the fake plants in it was full of cigarette butts.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
cigarette butts, chewed gum. Remember when McDonald's
Had the little styrofoam, or not styrofoam,
the little
but
tinfoil,
tinfoil, yes. And it had McDonald's
ashtrays
pressed in it.
everywhere.
Yeah. And it was 3 cigarette holes in it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That's
and
an
they were
era.
just literally designed to just be like burp, burp
Yeah.
into the trash.
Okay. Everybody else just act natural, eating, talking with each
Rip,
other.
smoke cigarettes.
Having a good time.
That would make it
Okay,
more
let's
realistic.
go
That
one
would,
time
yeah.
for the
If
camera.
everyone was smoking.
Yeah.
And action.
Ma'am, here's your Egg McMuffin without cheese.
Well, that was fast. Thank you.
No problem.
And cut. Okay, looks real good. Any thoughts, Barbara, Lisa?
It was good, but it's missing something. I think.
Well, what do you mean? I don't.
You know, I see something that could really show the kind of doing whatever it takes we're talking about.
Hey, well.
What? Like, what could she have seen that's gonna? I'm actually kind of interested in this. For whatever
I give him the grease.
Speak up. That's what you're here for.
All right, now, when Lou comes in with the grill order, the guy sitting at the next table
I tell him to put some on his finger,
should remain seated until...
stick it in his ass.
Here's your Egg McMuffin without cheese.
Little bit.
So kind of like fuck yourself.
Well, that was fast. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, sir, can I take that tray for you? Oh, yeah.
That's an old penitentiary trick.
Hey, was everything okay with your big breakfast this morning? Yes, it was. Have a great morning. You too, thank you.
Nice idea, Lisa.
Thanks.
It plays. But, come on. Is that the way it really happens?
Sometimes.
All right. Not often enough.
Bitch.
But that is what we want our people to understand from this video, right? That they need to look for situations where they can impress people with our service. And we need to use our heads. No, do whatever it takes.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, we need to think of our customers at McDonald's like they're our own personal guests. And treat them that way, too.
I wonder if you get that sweater,
But
like
you know,
if
it's a
you're
shame.
there for long enough as a
You don't
manager
even
or
get to
something.
see the
you know.
real
That's a pretty
stars of this
fly,
That's a nice, yeah.
What are you
It's a
talking
fly
about?
McDonald's
The
sweatshirt.
grill team. Well, they're the ones who got that grill order out there so fast.
What does the grill team have to do with service?
Oh, the grill team has everything to do with customer service. You see, if they don't respond quickly in all situations, especially grill orders, then the counter people could never deliver the customer satisfaction we're shooting for.
My pussy does not ever stink.
Everyone in the store has to do their part. It's the teamwork that gets the job done.
All right. We're at the drive-thru. I think this is a good place to stop.
Okay.
We're going to leave this here for next week. There's clearly nobody left listening, but 11:51 is where we were. And I just want to say, you know, I think that we may at some point be reunited with Michael Jordan.
Hopefully. I think at the end. It's going to be right at the end.
I've felt it this whole time and didn't realize it, that I was like, come on.
Oh, you thought Mike was going to be, like, running the
He
training?
has to be back at some point, right? You can't, like, because I'm thinking about it in my head as, like, a
You're
kid
getting
in this
way
era.
too excited about this.
I know. I was like a kid in this
He
era.
might come back. He might not.
He surely comes back at the end and is like, hell yeah, working at McDonald's.
He
is
might
exactly,
even make a shot at the end.
Yeah, it's working at McDonald's is
exactly what you thought it would be.
Yep.
Buckets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
All right. Well, I have my work cut out for me editing this episode. I'm Graham.
I'm Josh.
And stay out of the water. And
or you'll get blarneyed.
Peace.
This is the Ministry of Silly Talk.
Silly Talk. Ministry of Silly Talk.
This is the Ministry.
This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk. This is the Ministry of
Silly Talk.
Thank you for listening to my daddy's stupid podcast. And remember, his head is full of doo-doo, so don't listen to anything he says.
That's very funny.